Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to BJ&Co. We're playing D&D. If you like the D&D, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share, and please ask everyone you know to subscribe. We really need to get to 1,000 subscribers. That'd be sweet.
D&D.
And
It's dynamite.
it is pretty good. If you do really enjoy what we're doing, be sure to head over to our Patreon. Even $1 a month can keep me from living on the streets. Hey.
That's actually pretty good.
I know, that's pretty cheap, right? That's
You
not
must be really good at budgeting.
Well, I mean, I'm hoping all 560 of them do it.
Ooh, good
So,
idea.
That's a lot of money.
I mean, that's not even that's a McDonald's coffee at 99 cents.
Ooh.
So, you know. All right, we have Spencer with us. Hi, Spencer.
Hello.
We have Chris with us.
Sure, Bert.
Okay, Ernie.
Oh, hey.
Hi.
Hi.
We have Derek with us.
Hello.
And Cody.
Pleasure.
Pleasure. All right. When last we left our heroes, go. Tell me what happened.
We fought some stuff, and they died.
Yak died too.
Well, no, you didn't die. You were just unconscious, and then you were brought back to life by magical stitches.
We met up with Hershel, and we are going places, and so we started traveling down the road, and it was going to take us a couple of days, and we encountered some bandits along the way.
And they were quite rude, darling. Just
They
absolutely vulgar.
were. They
Did
started
Herschel ever
shooting at
tell-
me.
Did he ever tell us where he was taking us? Or did we just never ask?
I don't know. Did
You
ever
trust him
ask?
implicitly.
I don't think we ever really asked.
We're going to a
Oh.
special place.
Hey,
We're going to
Herschel,
see
where are you taking
dolls,
us?
darling.
All right. Well, if that recap was not good enough for you, be sure to check out our other videos. Because, yeah, do that. That'd be fun, right?
They're pretty
Okay.
spectacular.
Yeah, good times. All right. All right. So you just defeated the bandits, and it is actually this was on your third day of travel. So you've been traveling for 2 days already, and it is quite late. What would you like to do?
Well, as much as I'd love to set up camp amongst all this, maybe we.
You keep cutting it now.
Oh, I cut it out. Sorry. As much as I'd love to camp amongst all of this gore, let's go ahead and walk a little bit further and set up camp elsewhere.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
agree.
perch in a tree.
A good idea.
All right.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right. So you guys set up camp, and
And I will meditate.
Oh well. Will anybody be taking up watch?
So while everybody's kind of resting, I'll look. Is the branch that he's kind of resting on a little bit thicker? Would it support like a person's weight?
Roll a perception.
Okie dokie. Zoop. Class, background, sorry, hold on. Perception! Oh my god. Shoo. Perception. Boink.
As
Oh,
far as
great.
you can tell, sure.
Okay. Then next to him, he will hear a pew! And a pin will kind of pierce through the bottom of the thicker branch, and I will zip line up and sit right next to him.
Oh hey,
How you doing, darling?
I'm just meditating.
Well, don't let me bother you. And I will slip the scope off of the rifle, some of the magnifying glasses that kind of fit together in a longer kind of tube, and I will keep watch for the first part of the evening.
As you're looking through your scope in your tube, you see Herschel walk out of the trees with a deer over his shoulders. And he sits down by the fire, starts cutting it up. You guys
Herschel,
have
you are amazing.
some nice venison. All right.
I would like to use my wanderer background and feed my friends food and fresh water.
All right.
Do what?
What?
I'm confused.
Can you roll a d12 for me?
It's feasting time.
What are you feasting us with?
All of it.
All right. So Hyek flies off, and he comes back in his talon. Another deer. And he places it down beside Hershel's. And
Whose is bigger?
Hershel's was a doe, and Hyek's was a buck.
Ooh.
Oh my.
I feel like due to my relationship with Hyek, I don't eat any of Hershel's and I eat some of Hyek's. Just because I need to make sure Hyek knows that I respect him.
Hershel does not seem to give a flying fuck.
Oh. It wasn't for Hershel to notice. It was for Hyek.
Hyek, can you roll a perception?
Hold on.
He's sure birding.
Sure, birdie.
Hyek realizes that Malchus is only eating his deer.
I just give him a thumbs up while eating. This is good.
Wait a minute. How good is it? Not very good.
Apparently not.
Undercooked.
Is anyone else having anything to eat?
I would have eaten anything that was presented to me first, I guess. I'd have a preference.
Hershel leans over to the doctor and says, I prefer the doe because they carry more, a little more fat.
Darling, that's what I presume.
The bucks are more gamey.
I presumed so. I mean, what they eat. Black.
Yeah, well. All right. So there's just, your banter in the evening. And so Dr. Ashcroft is taking the first watch. Will anybody else be taking a watch?
I'll take a watch. I don't need that much sleep.
Okay. And how long of a watches are you taking?
How long do we...
42 hours.
I think four people need to take a watch, don't they?
I only have to sleep for 4 hours, so I can take the rest.
Oh, you're amazing.
Yeah, so I'll stay up for the first 4 hours while you meditate, then we'll switch.
I just sleep for the whole 8 hours.
Do you only need 4 hours?
Yeah, elves meditate.
No, you.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh, right. For
I meditate too, so me and
Meditate?
meditate.
Me and Lothos can swap watches.
Yeah, we'll swap
Okay.
watches.
Yeah, so I'll just kind of accompany them, stay awake until I pass out.
As you guys have been sorting this out, Hershel has fallen asleep on a rock.
What a dick.
Sweet, yeah.
I'm already asleep in my
Yeah.
bag.
Lothos and Hyek, can you roll a d12, please?
Shit. Don't suck.
Ooh, I didn't mean to roll 2 of them. Sorry. Take the first one.
Take the
Ooh.
first 2.
Well, maybe 12 is good.
Nope.
That was bad.
Well, you know what they always say, go big or go home.
About to.
Jesus, now I gotta make stuff up. All right. So as you're sleeping, oh, and before we sleep, I should mention this. How I do sleeping is when you're asleep, if you sleep with your armor on, you gain an exhaustion point. If it's heavy armor.
Okay.
I don't wear armor.
All right?
Yeah.
So you're
Basic
fine.
leathers.
Armor's for chumps.
Lothos has his own tent that he goes into to sleep, and he takes it off in there.
All right. So, as Hyek is on watch, he hears something rustling in the trees.
Well, I'd like to try to stealthily take off out of the tree and see what I can see.
Can you roll a stealth check, please? Yeah, you're up. Now, can you roll a perception check for me, please? So it is dark, but from what you can see is you're flying up above very stealthily, and you see what looks to be a lady walking through the forest. But under closer inspection, she has a bowl that's woven in her hand, and inside the bowl is a skull, and it looks like the entrails of something. She has long white hair and a long green nose. In her other hand, she's carrying a heart. It looks to be a human heart. Yeah.
How far is she from my group?
She's probably about 120 feet.
Could I attempt to distract her and pull her away from the group? Since
Yeah.
she hasn't seen me yet.
How would you like to do that?
Just try to make like noises to spook her away.
Okay.
Caw!
What sort of noises are you gonna make?
Well, like to ruffle through the treetops.
Okay, can you roll an intimidation, please? You can see that she notices something up there. She hasn't seen what it is, but she proceeds to walk forward. But she is a little more wary of it. You would know that another try would be in order.
Well,
I mean, you can try again if you would like.
yeah. Like to kind of descend through the treetops a bit.
Yeah.
Kind of land on a branch, kind of above her, maybe in front by like 5-10 feet.
All right. Could you do another intimidation, please?
Well, I would like to break out the bagpipes.
Oh boy. Okay. You can do a black bagpipes then. All right. So as you land and through the trees, it's a huge rustling noise, and you hear just a bagpipe squeal, and at this point, the bagpipes are catching leaves, and it's just the entire tree is shaking, and you see that she looks up, and she really stops and hesitates now, and she slowly starts to back away.
Did we hear this? Or
Uh,
are we still asleep?
it's about 100 feet away, so roll a perception.
Okay.
Is this an everybody roll?
Yep. Dr. Ashcroft, you are asleep.
Yes.
Malchius is still asleep.
Swear to God, if you wake me up, I'm gonna be pissed.
Rolls a 20.
Lothos wakes up.
Fucking goddamn it! Seriously?
As Hyek is shaking and bagpiping, he watches the lady disappear into the forest.
Well, we'll head back to camp.
All right. So you get back to camp, And what are you up to, Lothos? Are you coming out to see what's going on, or?
Oh god, no, he'll just go back to bed.
All right.
Fuck that. There's all sorts of scary noises coming from the forest. It doesn't matter.
All right. So you guys wake up the next day, and you continue on your way. Could Malchius, could I get a D12, please?
I would be honored.
Excellent. All right, and so you guys continue on your way back to the map. Is what we will do. We'll go to the here, and after you're running with the bandits, as well as the potential threat in the woods, it's a very non-eventful journey. After the remaining 4 days of travel, you come to the edge of the woods. Everyone's healed up, by the way, because you had long rests in there. And Hershel says, all right, would you like to know why we're here?
If you wouldn't mind.
I've been tracking a pack of gnolls, and there seems to be more and more activity in the area. And gnolls are not to be tampered with. As Malchius and Hyek have found out, they're quite ferocious beasts. But I've been tracking them, and every week, on the same day, they gather. And when I say they, I mean a lot of they. We're talking in the hundreds.
Oh. So are we trying to join their church?
I mean, Hyek, they would tear you apart, wing by wing. They would destroy our party. This is more of an observation journey for us, so you can see what other evils are out there in the world. Unbalancing the world of the good gods is this god. And I would like you to see what it's like, so you know what you're dealing with. Would you like to continue following me?
So what we came here for?
I have
Lothos is very hesitant about it.
Lothos, you look worried. What's up?
I've seen the destructive power of evil gods firsthand. I don't take this lightly.
I don't intend you to, and that's why we're not engaging today. Because it would not end well for us.
Oh, I'm fully aware.
Alright. Well, any last words?
I will load up a rifle round and then just kind of keep everything scoped so I can see a distance.
I'll just take aerial observation mode, go! Blast into the sky.
I will pull my cloak around me a bit because I'm a little chilly.
Oh, he's cold.
Ow.
Ew.
Alright, well then. Hershel leads you into the forest. And he would have told you that it's probably a good 4 hours travel into the woods. And as you're traveling, the trees are starting to get thicker and thicker, and soon there's no light piercing the trees. It's nearly pitch black in the woods. There doesn't seem to be any certain trail that Hershel is following. He's just leading through the woods, weaving in around trees, and from what you can tell, he's been down this path before. And,
I'm gonna land next to Malchius.
Mm-hmm.
And Malchius, what if Hershel's the shapeshift?
I'm gonna use. Can I sense any magical
I don't know. Can you?
coming around? Oh shoot! I don't think I have detect magic prepared. Nope. I'm gonna keep a very, very close eye on Hershel. Very close.
You see Hershel look back and kind of sneer at Hyek.
Wait, he sneered at him?
Yeah.
I whispered it. He heard me? That's crap.
You didn't say whisper.
Did I saw this sneer.
I don't know. Roll a perception. Do you have dark vision?
I think
Malchus
everyone
does.
has.
Yeah, it's a
everyone
team
has dark vision.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't have dark vision.
I don't either.
Neither does Hershel. Yeah, you would have seen it.
Okay, crap. With that sneer, I'm convinced he may be right. Spell for this. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep a really, really close eye on him. Keeping an eye on what he's doing. If there's anything that he does that I believe could be suspicious, then I want to pay close attention to that.
And Lothos and Dr. Ashcroft, can you roll perceptions as well, please?
Yes.
Lothos, you don't see any of this, but Dr. Ashcroft, you see this interaction, and then you notice Hershel just shakes his head and keeps walking.
Knowing that everything is a little tense, I'll just assume that sometimes adventurers...
Sorry, what was that?
Sometimes adventurers kind of...
Just you're cutting it. Just
What?
So this is what it's like.
Yeah.
Sorry. Oh, I'll just... Now can you hear me?
Yeah.
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 Okay, sorry. I'll just assume that adventurers sometimes lose their nerve. It's okay.
All right. So you continue probably about another hour in, and Hershel says, we need to stop. Now. Get into the shrubs.
Why?
Do you want to be lunch meat for a knoll? Get in the shrubs. I need everybody roll a stealth check if you are getting into the shrubs.
Oh, crap.
Okay.
Great start.
I would rather fly up into the treetop than hide in the shrub.
Okay, you can roll stealth and do that.
Mine is
wait.
disadvantage.
I...
Yep. Sounds about right.
So, I mean, it's pretty obvious that we're not having the easiest time stealthing, correct?
Well, you hear Lothos clanking around.
Okay, I pull out my hempen rope. I cut off 10 feet of it, and I cast Rope Trick.
Okay.
So the rope extends up in the air, and now we can all climb up it and hide in a extra dimensional space.
In an extra dimensional space? Okay.
Yes.
Oh wow. Okay.
We can see out, but they can't see in, because I can also pull the rope up into the opening. and it lasts
Okay.
for an hour.
Hot diggity. That's okay.
All right. So it's 10 feet of rope. All right.
Yeah, because it's a length that's up to 60 feet, and it extends the whole length of the rope. So
Right.
I just
So you have a 60-foot rope.
but I cut 10 feet off of it for the spell.
Right. But then it turns into 60 feet rope.
No,
it's
you
just 10
touch a
feet.
length that is
Okay.
up to 60 feet, and then the one end just rises up until the whole rope hangs. So that's why I just did the 10 feet.
Gotcha. All right. Who would like to go into the rope?
Lothos would.
Yeah.
All right. It's 10 feet, so there will be some climbing. I need a strength check, please, or acrobatics, or strength, whichever you feel.
Can I just grapple up to it?
You can.
Okay.
Heck's using a stealth, so he still hides in the trees.
I'm just gonna hang out in the trees by this weird portal.
Son of a bitch. I guess it's not bad. It is rope, maybe.
All right. So Lothos and Malchus pull themselves up into this interdimensional space, and Dr. Ashcroft zips on up, and Hershel stays into the bushes once again, hidden away. He looks up at Hyek and sees that he's there. And I need everybody to roll a perception, please.
Hey guys, how's it going?
That's going pretty good.
I hate roll 20 because I don't roll higher than a 5.
I know me.
God, like this is why we stopped playing in roll.
Hyek, will you be perceiving?
He was shorebirding.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Well, Lothos, Dr. Ashcroft, and Malchus, you see nothing.
Oh, do I need to roll
Cool.
perception? I'm sorry.
Please. Hyek, you see Hershel in the trees making motions like there's 4 of them over there. And as you look over
Is he making that motion to me, or is he making that motion to
to you,
some? Okay.
and as you take a look to where he's motioning to, you see a gnoll witherling, which it looks very much like the gnoll that you fought if it had been left in the sun and decayed down to bones and scraps of fur walking through the trees. Following that, you'll see a gnoll hunter, which is a little smaller than the gnoll that you guys fought earlier, and it's equipped with a bow and a spear, and you can tell that he's the one who's looking out. He's the lookout of the group. And followed behind him is a gnoll flesh gnar. And this flesh gnar has what looks to be like 3 human decapitated removed hands tied around his waist, and he has a necklace made of fingers, and on each of his gloves he has, he's decorated it with human ears, and he brandishes 2 short swords.
Does that one? Does it look like a fighter? Like he's wearing these as like tokens of war? Or does it look more like ritualistic, like magic type usage?
You're not able to tell. But Hyek is able to tell that these are just trophies for him.
Okay.
Yeah, and Hershel looks around for the rest of the party, and he's not able to see them. And he just looks extremely frustrated.
Well, he would have been there with us, though. Wouldn't he have seen us climb the rope?
Right, but he can't look in. He can't see into it. So he saw the
That's
rope,
right.
and he looks extremely frustrated.
While we're up in there, I say, I think he might not be who he says he is.
Why do you think that?
Because Heck called him... Shoot, what's that thing called again?
A doppelganger?
A doppelganger. A shapeshifter, and then he sneered at us.
Dun, dun, dun.
A sneer.
Yeah.
I think maybe you're a little paranoid, dear. It's alright.
We'll see.
Okay.
Time will tell.
Is there anything you'd like to do, Hyek?
What does it look like Hershel's doing other than pointing at things?
He's extremely frustrated, and he's sort of motioning, we should not engage.
Well, then I'm just...
Yeah.
No. I'm gonna look at, like, where I know everyone is in the little portal thing, and I'm just gonna, like the hand across my neck thing, like, hanging out, don't do...
Well, we can only see, like, straight down.
Oh. Well then.
Yeah. So you
Shrug
guys
at
see
Hershel
nothing.
and be like, okay,
Um,
give him a talons up.
So after about 20 minutes, Hershel emerges from the bush, and he waves Hyek down.
Going to flutter down softly.
And Hershel grabs an arrow, and he just sort of points it at Hyek and says, listen, bird. How fucking dare you call me a doppelganger? How can you distrust me? I've assisted you, I've saved your life, I've put together a party for you, and now I'm assisting you, showing you the dark powers. There's not much else I could have done except run this adventure for you. I'm trying to make you the best that you can be. You want to find the powers that eliminated your family? I'm helping you do that. And you don't trust me.
Who said anything about not trusting you?
I heard you.
It's just a
You called me a doppelganger.
it's just a very awkward situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
The doppelganger,
Is it-
that's
are you-
exactly what I would say.
are you telling me to not investigate the situation from all angles?
I'm telling you, if I was the doppelganger, I would have killed you by now.
No, okay.
He puts the arrow back in his sheath. He's like, we're not going to have any problems now, are we?
There were no problems.
All right.
You've made this a problem.
I've made no problems. I'm here to fix the problems. You're the one here distrusting me. I respect
Okay,
you. I
you
respect
took
you.
my amulet and were leading us to this dark place. And I'm just... I
Yeah.
care about the group of people under my care.
I can see this.
So I keep alert of all angles.
I see this. But I've also seen you fight. You go in with no plan. There is a lot for you to learn. And I'm here to help. And that's something you must learn.
You are wrong. The plan is to protect my friends. To die trying.
You're pretty good at that.
I am.
The dying part.
Oh, and the trying.
So, Hershel says, I'm having your medallion looked at. You will receive it back. Don't worry. This is something very important, and only a select few are even able to brandish one of these. So obviously, the gods have something planned for you. Don't screw it up.
Alright, old man. Let's do this.
Alright. We can move past this. Alright. And Hershel goes and leans against a tree. And he opens a flask and has a drink and offers some to Hyek.
I like drinks.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
What is in your flask, sir? Is it water?
Water? You do have a lot to learn, my friend. It's nothing
Don't
but
teach
the
him about
best
alcohol.
ale. Nothing but the best.
His other characters are drunk.
So Hershel has a swig and try some. I'm sure you'll like it.
I swig it around in my mouth a little bit.
You can tell that this is some very high quality liquor. And
How does it even work as a bird?
Because you don't have lips.
Do you just kind of like close your
Tongue
beaks
it?
and just shake your mouth?
just shake your head.
Well,
And then tip your head back because you don't have an esophagus, and that's the only way you can drink.
It's actually really cool.
Hershel puts a cap on it. He's like, well, I guess we missed our opportunity to lessen their numbers. If we had a full party here, we most definitely could have taken them.
Can I just
But-
pop my head down through it and just be like, we could have at any time.
Could we have, though? You're hiding in a hole.
Well, I can just drop out, and I just drop out.
Right. Okay. Excellent.
No, I'll come out too, I guess.
Magic.
That was a new experience.
Magic hole, man. All right.
Probably
Well,
the coolest thing I've ever done.
we've missed an opportunity, but that's all right. So he's like, we should move forward. The words. The ritual is about to begin. And he starts walking. He looks back to see if anybody will follow.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll follow.
All right. So probably about another hour in, you guys come to a clearing, a dark clearing. It seems to be cleared, and as you get to it, you see a beam of moonlight shining through as it's gotten dark. And as you approach the sides, I need everybody to roll a stealth, please.
Oh crap! Not this.
Of course.
God, can you make another hole?
Again. I can do one more.
I can't crouch or kneel and heal.
But it's okay because I am one with the shadows. Damn it.
So, good job, everybody. Party wipe. Let's do this.
Hershel is leading you, and he's assisting you all to hide very well, as this is something that he is quite well versed in. And he gets you all hidden into the shrubbery around this clearing. And as he gets you set up, he's like, don't make a noise, or we're all dead. So, as it gets darker, you can see gnolls coming from all over. Some walking right behind you, some from the other side of the clearing, and they all gather. There's a large stump in the clearing where the moonbeam is shining down. And can I get a perception, please, from everyone?
Can I use my scope? Or is it too close?
I would say it's too close. I mean, you're pretty much
Okay.
right at the clearing, so.
Oh, okay. I don't
And
need
I
to
mean-
magnify anything.
I mean, and pulling out a scope. would
yeah,
most
you said pulling out.
it would most definitely make some noise if you were to do that.
Okay.
I'm in the treetop again, BT dubs. I ain't
Oh.
about this rubbery hiding nonsense.
All right, fine. I mean, you had a stealth that was good enough, so that's fine. Perception. All right, so you are actually all able to see that these gnolls have the same emblem burned almost into the top of their forehead. It is a dark black circle. Just the outline, not filled in. So as the night proceeds, you continue watching all these gnolls of all different types. Gnolls that are, pretty much just bones and fur. Big gnolls, small gnolls. And they all gather around this large stump where this moonbeam is shining down. And then in the distance, you see a large gnoll with a cloak emerge. And this gnoll looks different. The other gnolls seemed as if they're fighters. And this one, bearing a cloak, it seems to respect power. This one is a shaman. And you can tell all the gnolls quiet down, which is a very impressive feat, as you would know, as gnolls are extremely barbaric, and they just make their howling and, they're pretty much wild hyenas all the time. So this gnoll shows up, and they all quiet down. And in the distance, you hear some screaming. And the screaming is of a female, and you see two large, brutish gnolls walk out into the middle of the clearing, carrying this woman in a thin veil. Pretty much nothing there. Very light cloth. And they lay her down onto this stump. One holds her hands, and the other holds her feet. The shaman gnoll looks out, and he howls to his gnoll compadres, and he's able to...
I prepare an action to cast a catapult if they go to harm, or go to kill her or sacrifice her in any way.
How many gnolls are around right now?
There's probably about 300.
I will immediately
mind.
drop his hands, knowing how spells are cast.
At this point, the gnoll speaks in a language that none of you are able to understand to the gnolls. And the other gnolls, they raise up their arms and they cheer, and there's more howling and more speaking, and it almost seems to turn into a somewhat organized chant, which is very strange for gnolls. And at the height of the chant, as it gets louder and louder, and a cloud covers the moonbeam shining down on this stump where this female is, and the shaman gnoll grabs a dagger from his pouch, raises it above his head, and waits for the cloud to pass until the moonbeam is right over her chest. And then he plunges the dagger into her chest, killing her immediately.
Damn it.
And this is where we will end our session.
Oh,
Dang it. Catapult is just a somatic component, so it's just like a hand gesture.
So, if you like that session of D&D, be sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Sharing really helps the channel grow. Subbing, anything you can do, it is greatly appreciated. We will be back next week for more D&D, so be sure to come back for that. And thank you, gentlemen, for playing D&D tonight, and we will see you all next time. Bye.
That was garbage. Why did she have to die?
Goodbye.
Bye.